Good morning. The 8,678th meeting of the Security Council is called to order. The provisional agenda for the meeting is the situation in Somalia. The agenda is adopted. In accordance with Rule 37 of the Council's Provisional Rules of Procedure, I invite the representative of Somalia to participate in this meeting. It is so decided. The Security Council will now begin its consideration of Item 2 of the agenda. Members of the Council have before them document S/2019/916, the text of a draft resolution submitted by the United States of America. I wish to draw the attention of Council members to document S/2019/867, the report of the Secretary General on the situation with respect to piracy and armed robbery at sea off the coast of Somalia. The Council is ready to proceed to the vote on the draft resolution before it. I shall put the draft resolution to the vote now. Will those in favor of the draft resolution contained in document S/2019/916 please raise their hand? The result of the voting is as follows. The draft resolution received 15 votes in favor. The draft resolution has been adopted unanimously as Resolution 2500/2019. I now give the floor to those members of the Council who wish to make statements after the vote. I give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Madam President. Issues pertaining to the safety of navigation and protection of the lives of persons on board vessels, including crew members, are of paramount importance for the Russian Federation. In this connection, we supported the resolution adopted today by the Security Council. Thanks to the concerted efforts of the international community, piracy activity off the coast of Somalia has waned. However, attacks continue to occur. This means that both the Security Council and member states have an obligation to pay serious attention to this matter. We note in this context the importance and the need to pursue coordinated counter-piracy efforts, including under the contact group on piracy off the coast of Somalia. We advocate maintaining this structure, which has demonstrated its effectiveness. The Russian Federation continues to make its contribution to combating piracy off the coast of Somalia. Our naval forces contribute to ensuring safety of navigation in vulnerable maritime areas in close conjunction with other members of the counter-piracy coalition. We believe it is important to note the efforts of all members of the coalition. We would draw attention in this connection to what was sent by Iran on 3 December to the Secretary General. This was a letter shedding light on this country's efforts to counter piracy. It is well known that Iranian sailors on commercial and fishing fleets have in recent years repeatedly sustained piracy and armed robbery attacks. It is absolutely clear that Tehran would be the first to benefit from stabilization of the situation on the coast of Somalia, the protection of its own citizens, and the prevention of criminal incursions. In this connection, we regret the fact that this country's contribution was not noted in the resolution for political considerations. We call upon the sponsors of the resolution to, moving forward, adhere to an objective approach while bearing in mind the real contribution of certain countries, including coastal countries in the Northwest Indian Ocean area and international and regional organizations in countering piracy at sea. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement. I give the floor to the representative of China.
Thank you, Madam President. The Security Council has just unanimously adopted Resolution 2499 on the mandate renewal for combating Somali pirates. Actually, it's Resolution 2500 on the mandate renewal for combating Somali pirates, which China welcomes. In recent years, the situation in Somalia and the Horn of Africa has made continuous progress. Since March 2017, the absence of successful piracy attacks on merchant ships off the coast of Somalia fully reflects the remarkable results achieved by the federal government of Somalia, the UN, and the international community in combating piracy. However, we should also note that daunting challenges remain in the political and security situation in the Horn of Africa. The piracy issue has not been fundamentally resolved. The international community should continue to strengthen cooperation, in particular in tackling the root causes of Somali piracy. Since 2008, China has actively participated in international cooperation against Somali pirates. As of September of this year, China has dispatched 33 escort formations to escort more than 6,700 ships, thus effectively ensuring regional peace and the safety of important international trade routes. China will continue to actively participate in relevant operations so as to play a constructive role in the fight against Somali pirates. In addition, China has noted that in addition to the countries listed in the resolution, Iran has also participated in escort operations in the Gulf of Aden and Somali waters. The Security Council should acknowledge its contributions. Thank you, Madam President.
I thank the representative of China for his statement. I now give the floor to the representative of Somalia.
Madam President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me first of all to express to you, Madam President, the satisfaction of the delegation of Somalia at seeing your country preside over the Security Council this month. The United States is a key partner of Somalia, to which we wish every success and pledge our full cooperation during its presidency. I would also like to congratulate the delegation of the United Kingdom for the able manner it guided the work of this August Council last month. Madam President, Somalia extends its deep gratitude to the members of the Security Council for their valuable support in Somalia in all areas, including addressing piracy and armed robbery off the coast of Somalia. The robust commitment of the Somali government, as well as the international community, has resulted in a massive reduction in piracy in recent years. However, piracy off the coast of Somalia must be put in the context of political, security, and economic challenges on land facing my country. As the Secretary General's most recent report notes, I quote, "Piracy off the coast of Somalia remains suppressed, but is still not eradicated, and it will not be so until the root causes of piracy, including lack of alternative livelihoods, insecurity, and weak governance structures, are addressed." In that regard, we ask member states and international organizations for their continued support to the Somali government to address the root causes of piracy while maintaining the required pressure at sea against perpetrators of piracy. Madam President, according to the SG report, piracy is only one of the many threats to maritime security of the coast of Somalia, and the persistence of illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing in Somalia's exclusive economic zone remains a major concern. We once again welcome the acknowledgement in the just adopted resolution of the complex link between IUU fishing and piracy, and that the phenomena of illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing in Somalia's exclusive economic zone results in a loss of revenue and can lead to destabilization in coastal communities. In that regard, we urge member states to abide by domestic and international regulation and take all necessary measures to ensure compliance and to prevent illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing off the coast of Somalia. The Somali government has taken several steps to counter the threat of piracy as well as the root causes of IUU fishing in Somalia, including strengthening national legal and policy framework and building the capacity of Maritime Police Unit and its coordination with all federal member states. Madam President, we remain concerned with the abusive process of piracy-related prosecution taking place outside of Somalia. In some cases, we have observed that defendants who are illiterate were not offered proper interpretation. Moreover, the defendants were required to sign away their right of appeal with the facilitation of the United Nations. This is unconstitutional in Somalia, as well as the foreign prosecuting state in this case. Neither the courts of the foreign prosecuting state nor the United Nations have any jurisdiction over Somalia to enforce such decision. We will continue to work on safeguarding our territorial water and land and welcome the cooperation of member states to fight piracy in line with domestic and international law. The Somali government welcomed the safe release of long-held Iranian hostage in September, and we will spare no effort in the swift release of the remaining hostages. Madam President, my last comment is an expression of gratitude to the 5 outgoing non-permanent council members who are leaving this body at the end of this month, namely Equatorial Guinea, Ivory Coast, Kuwait, Peru, and Poland for their valuable contribution and cooperation during their 2-year terms. In particular, I wish to deliver a message of appreciation from the Somali government and people to the brotherly state of Kuwait for not only playing an active role in sustaining peace in Somalia, but also for serving as a contributor and a partner in the country's social and economic development, especially in the area of education. I also wish to take this opportunity to congratulate and emphasize our deep gratitude to Ambassador Mansour al-Utaibi and his dedicated team for the exemplary, active, and effective work that had brought to fruition the sheer political will to assist and help the Somali government's people to stand together in a united, well-functioning nation. Shukran lakum, and we, as we say in Somali, Madsinti. Thank you, Madam President.
I thank the representative of Somalia for his statement. There are no more names inscribed on the list of speakers. The meeting is adjourned.